Alright, let's do this again. Hello, loves, and welcome back to Goddess Luvology Tarot. This is your girl, Kim the Goddess, here to do your weekly spiritual guidance for the collective. Got meditation music going here. We don't want it to be too loud. For the collective, this is like take 2,000. I've been trying to get this same video done with all the interruptions and lunch and all of that going on. So I did go ahead, I did already shuffle these cards and receive these cards as our message. And then what we're going to do is we are going to pause at the end of this, before the end of this video. You're going to think of a question and we are going to get the answer for that question. So keep in mind this is a collective video. And this message is for everyone. I hope it resonates with everyone. If you have been drawn to this video, welcome. Please show your love and support by hitting that subscribe button below. And let's get into this message. So the first message that I have here is the See Everything Through the Eyes of Love card. So this card speaks to self-love and remembering that your inner childlike qualities that made you innocent and made you a free spirit, and that gave you these invisible wings and this courage that you weren't afraid to just live life. Okay, so let's see everything. All right, so this card means, or the message with this card is, children are made from pure love and light of God. We are love. They are love. And as we grow older, our spiritual focus needs to stay upon love and deepen even more. We realize that we have the choice to view ourselves and others through the eyes of love, just as God sees us. Love is strength, not weakness. So choosing love also means that you're choosing to experience life with the strength of God. It's the power of love that's always within you. And living as a loving being is an infinitely happier, more satisfying way to live compared to living with a fearful focus. When you look around with the eyes of love, nearly every situation becomes clearer and lighter, and challenges become easier to resolve. You fall back in love with life again, the way you did as a child. Pray for help when you feel afraid, and God will shine the light of love upon you so that you'll almost immediately feel uplifted. So the scripture with this card is, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. This is also for yourself. So with the full moon coming tonight, it's time for everyone to release. It's time for, it's a lot of inner reflection and nostalgia, going on right now. And I'm hoping, you don't have to use crystals, you don't have to light candles, you don't have to do all of that. It's just a time for you to reflect and release and find forgiveness within yourself, for yourself, forgiving yourself, and also those that have wronged you. And release those things, okay? And if you feel afraid, ask God to shine the light upon you. And as you know, He answers prayers. But be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Lift your vibration above the jealousy and the rudeness and all of this low vibe things that are going on around us, okay? But the most important thing is it keeps no record of being wronged. That's you doing wrong within yourself, you doing wrong to yourself, and the wrongs that have been done to you, okay? So that's the message that I got from this card. The next two cards we have here are our Moonology Oracle cards, which means don't. The first one we have here is the fixed moon, and that The message here is hold your vision. Fixed signs are Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, I believe Aquarius, which means someone may be being stubborn about a situation. It may be time, you're facing a time of decisions, and you may be looking for, these outside answers, and basically it's up to you. And you need to stand your ground and don't back down, and just own up to whatever. If you fucked up, like, excuse my language, if you fucked up, just admit that you fucked up and release those things. Right now is the time for you to release those things, okay? Mercury retrograde is supposed to end tomorrow, but there is a shadow period. I will speak on that information in the video that I will be doing regarding what the full moon and what we can do during this full moon tonight. But it's time to release. It's time to manifest, because the recurring message is there are a lot of big changes and new opportunities in love and finance and careers and jobs and everything that are coming upon us in the spring and summertime. And it's time for us to release those burdens, so that you can be free and open and have fun, like, so that you can enjoy the rewards that are coming to you, okay? Alright, so let's get the message for this card. The other card here is don't let your past hold you back. South Node here. Okay. Alright, sorry y'all. And let's get the Hold Your Vision card, which is a fixed moon card, as I stated. Alright, so there are two main possibilities with this card, as I stated. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. And the second is very difficult. Interpretations is that something is stuck, or you may feel like you're stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about, or the situation that's on your mind real heavy. So if that's the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheel so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn right now? Ask yourself, are you being stubborn right now? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in and be the one to break a deadlock. With two interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. So this offers up a chance for some self-reflection, as I stated. So this card can also mean staying power, faith, or patience are needed. Not giving up, basically, and having faith and patience in the situation. Or it also can mean you can back down, but you don't need to be stagnant. This means avoid stagnation. And a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. So once again, I said the fixed signs are, they're Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, which means we can be stubborn. Yes, I am a Leo sun. We can be very stubborn. So that means that regarding this situation, because fixed signs are stubborn, it means that anything that's just starting as soon as this card is drawn, so anything that's just starting right now may well last a long time. So you need to make a decision within yourself and have some self-reflection. Either you are going to have your staying power and have faith and patience, going back to the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine video that I just did. Even though this is not a twin flame reading, but it's all overall, or you need to back away from the situation, but don't allow it to make you become stagnant, okay? All right. The next card is Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, our South Node card. And if you are into astrology and birth charts, then you know what South Nodes and North Nodes are, okay? But it looks like we're going to get a little bit of explanation for those who don't. So I want to, before I read this card, so my Facebook followers and my Instagram followers and my Twitter followers, they're all different audiences that I have built. My Instagram and Facebook platforms have similar followers, but I all have different followers, and I kind of like popped out of nowhere with all of this I mean, if you have been woke or awakened, then you see the seeds that I've been planting here and there. But a lot of times I'll get deep into explanation, or sometimes I won't explain things because the people that are already on YouTube already have a spiritual understanding. They already have an understanding of astrology and the spiritual world and rules and laws and everything, you know, govern under that. And my followers that may come over from Facebook or Instagram have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So you'll see me kind of, you know, break down some things and not break down other things. I'm trying to find a balance between both. So what I'll do is just, if I can remember, drop links down, you know, in the comments or in the description box if I don't forget to remember, so that those that aren't can be educated, you know, on these things. Okay. So this card, don't let your past hold you back. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point. Ooh. But it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even the past lives. Whatever you're going through or whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that an age-old programming or conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? Oh, feeling stuck. This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. Ooh. It suggests that someone, you even, need to be released. But there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. This is starting to sound a lot like a twin flame reading. So I might as well just stick to this is a twin flame collective spiritual reading. Because karmic situations, this card. Okay, so there's some sort of addiction going on or unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes. Even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. So if someone feels complacent and it's familiar, and I have been married before, and I'm divorced. The divorce has been final for now 5 years. And I actually separated from that marriage in 2012. And I left multiple times, and the last time God was talking to me, and I was also confiding into my best friend at the time. And what I was holding on to was the attachment. It was everything. It was my pride. I'm a Leo. Everything that I had built and I had worked for, and I was the breadwinner in that relationship. And if you watch my previous videos, you know my placements. I can, you know, have more masculine energy sometimes. But back to that, I was holding on to the attachments and everything I had built, and I was actually fighting for those things. I'm like, okay, you not finna, you know, I was afraid to start over. I was afraid to let go of everything and start over. And when I had that conversation with my best friend, he reminded me that those things aren't worth your life. Like, if this situation is not making you happy, if you're fearful, if you feel like it's holding you back, the material things aren't worth this situation. And you need to make a decision on whether you want to keep trying to fight, because they weren't going to let me back away that easy, and they didn't let me back away that easy. I had to make the decision on, you're going to either sit here and fight and lose and continue to lose yourself and possibly lose your life, or you're going to let these things go. And when I tell you, after I let those things go, everything that I lost and I let go of, God multiplied it. And it has been hard, but I feel so free ever since I let go of that situation. Okay? So this card is saying that you need to release and avoid stagnation and don't back down. I feel like this is for the divine feminines and this is for the divine masculines, because this card is saying either you're going to have your staying power and your faith and your patience with this situation, or you're going to back away, but don't allow it to make you stagnant. And this card is saying that there's some karmic situations that need to be released right here, and you know it's karmic. But there's addictions going on and unhealthy attachments that need to be sorted out that are keeping you there. Okay? So this card, additional meanings for this card are a relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Who? You just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Those are all the meanings for this card. So the affirmation with this card is I release the past. So I'm also getting for the divine feminines, your obsession with this twin flame connection is causing you to become stagnant, and you need to remember that you are free spirit. You are a divine goddess, divine feminine goddess, or king or queen or whatever you classify yourself under, and don't lose sight of that. And divine counterparts are mostly they're creative people, and don't allow this situation to cause you to be stagnant and be obsessive and forget and lose your creativity and lose that spark and that light that you have within yourself. And also you both need to focus on self-love. There's some self-love that needs to be focused on here. Alright, so because this turned into a divine a twin flame reading, we're going to go ahead and get into what I want to do is let's do this here so that you guys can see the cards more than me. We're going to get into the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. I got my decks here. This is my personal deck. None of them are for sale as of yet, because I'm still creating. And oh my god, this looks, okay, so and this is just a clarity deck, general information in this deck here. And then I also have this is part 1 of my Talk to Me series that I'm creating. This is going to this is pink, so it's going to be the divine feminine energy. So we're going to use this deck, my Talk to Me deck. Talk to Me 1 is going to be for the divine feminine energy. I also have here Lorena OG. Yes, I got my decks. There are 2 more that I will be purchasing soon. But this is her spiritual tea messages deck, and what we're going to do is just pick up on what's going on overall for the Twin Flame Collective, and we're going to use that first. We'll use my Goddess personal deck for clarity. Talk to Me 1 will be the divine feminine energy. Then we have the Eternal Messages, also by Lorena OG Tarot, and this is going to be our divine masculine energy. We're going to get some messages for what the divine masculine is feeling or thinking, y'all. Alright, so this floor is not comfortable at all, so we may have to pause for the calls and relocate. No, let's just pause for the calls. Let's get the pillows. Sorry. What was that? Oh, this is my business card. All right. No pausing for the calls in. I'm goofy, y'all. Y'all haven't picked that up by now. Oh, we're supposed to do your angel answers. So everyone, it's 2020 and 20 minutes, 20 seconds on this video. So ask your question. We're going to pause and ask our question. And we're going to ask for an answer from our angels and archangels. Let's get an answer for the collective questions that they just asked. Let's see here. Let's get an answer for the collective. Recovery. Card we got here is recovery. So let's get with this answer to this, what this card means. I'm sorry. So this is a period of recovery and healing for you. The challenging emotions that you've been dealing with will fade away with time. Although it may be difficult to see now, there's a joyful future awaiting you. But for now, take all the time you need to regain your strength and get that self-love going on, and release your past and avoid stagnation and stop obsessing and make a decision. This card can also mean that your recovery is nearly finished and almost complete. Ending of a cycle. Send words of gratitude. Also with the full moon, you're supposed to be gratitude. So you can write gratitude affirmations. Okay, said I wasn't going to do that this video. And begin planning for the next exciting phase of your life. So the time to start manifesting is going to be approaching. So once again, you're in recovery, you're in this healing period, you're going through some challenging emotions. Tonight is the night to release. Even if you missed it, the day before, the day during, and the day after, you can release, okay? So that has been your angel answers message. And you know what? We are going to do this video, but I'm going to pause for the cause. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button below. And I'm going to link the Twin Flame collective reading with this one. Light and love.